If you're listening right now to the Little House 50th Anniversary podcast, we know something about you. We know that you're obsessed with Little House on the Prairie.
For more than half a century, Little House on the Prairie, the series and the books have been bright lights for people all over the world who seek out goodness, decency, and human connection.
Here on the Little House 50th Anniversary podcast, we celebrate everything that made Little House so special.
The stories, the characters, the actors, and the messages that have made Little House iconic family television.
And a perfect counterpoint to a world that feels like it's going off the rails every day.
Where is Michael Landon when we need him most? I'm your host, Pamela Bob.
And I'm your prairie bitch, Allison Arngrim.
And I'm Dean Butler.
Our hashtag imaginary boyfriend. Join us for our loving, quirky, and often irreverent conversations about the finest family drama in the history of television.
And the imperfect people who made it that way.
Presented by our devoted patrons, and visit SealyValley.com.
Hello! It's on! I'm on! It's time! Hello, bonnet heads. No pressure. How are y'all doing? I'm Pamela Bob, your host, creator and star of Living on a Prairie, here with your favorite prairie bitch. That's right, it's Allison Arngrim. And our hashtag imaginary boyfriend. We're here with Dean Butler. How are you guys?
Good. Pamela, you just got some great news. So what's going on with you?
How does that even work?
I know. This is so crazy. So back in June, I had auditioned for a play here in New York City called House of McQueen, and you never hype yourself up about these things. You just try and do your good work and leave it in the room, and that's it. You never expect anything. Just doing good work. Except that the casting director saw me before the audition and was like, "I can't wait to see you in this audition. Like, you were the first person I thought of when I read the script. Like, this is your role." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, okay." Wow. And fast forward to, I didn't get it. And instead, and of course, it's so typical. And they actually ended up casting a very well-known, sort of Tony-nominated, very, very revered Broadway actor. So I was like, okay, they cast it that way. I get it. And I didn't even book, actually a friend of mine booked her understudy. So, and I was like, well, if I'm not going to get it, I'm glad that she got it because she's great and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And then I get an email just out of the blue saying, "Hey, can you come in to be the immediate replacement for the understudy for this show?" So that's what I'm doing now. And it came out of, it just sort of dropped into my lap. I'm actually kind of psyched about it too, because I didn't have to go through any kind of really arduous rehearsal process. Just plug me in and get her done. And so who knows? I don't know. It's an open-ended run, but I have no idea how much longer it's going to go. But it's House of McQueen about.
So it's open. It's running.
Open. It's already opened.
Right.
It opened in the beginning of September. And it's
so
about the famous fashion designer Alexander McQueen. It's his life story.
Oh, that's good. Oh, that's
and what's really cool is that they've renovated a mansion down at Hudson Yards into this new theater to do this specific show. It's very cool. So anyway, talk to me in another week, and we'll see if I'm sleeping at all.
Yeah, no, good for you. Congratulations. Good for you, Pamela.
Thanks. They know that November 22nd is the podcast recording. I have a card out for that. So Don't you worry, people. We will be doing the live podcast in November, no matter what.
Yeah, I'm excited. I booked my hotel in Manhattan, and so that's exciting. And I'm assuming that tickets are on sale by the time people see this.
I would hope so.
Yeah,
dear Lord.
We'll be letting you know where you can get tickets, and then shortly after that,
it's all in the show notes.
Yeah, very good. We've got our Little House on the Prairie cast reunion at Strathern Park in Simi Valley, and
which just keeps growing and growing and getting more exciting.
When we're prepping these events, it is such a
crazy.
It is hours and hours a day. Of dealing with the various things that go on with this. This is not, no one just shows up. There's a lot that goes into this. And so I think we're we're crafting something that's really going to be fun. And I think, we've never done a specific holiday
it's
event,
so
for Little
nice.
House. I think Little House Christmas episodes are so charming, and so I think we're attempting to tap into that
Yeah,
spirit.
it's really
And we do
smart.
all kinds of stuff. We're
Yeah.
going to arrange the thing and the parking and the stuff and Christmas ornaments and I've
One
been
of
on
Southern,
the phone.
thanks to you, Allison, one of Southern California's best Santas is going to
I've
be
been on
our
the
Santa.
phone to the North Pole.
Oh yeah,
Wow.
right. What am I saying? I mean, just
Yeah.
we've
I've
got
been on the
Santa.
phone to the North Pole. Do you know how hard it is? The time difference to get
Yeah.
Santa.
Yeah.
Santa on the line to commit.
I know.
During
he's
his
booked.
biggest season.
He's really
Well,
booked.
it's 10 days before Christmas, so he's
Right.
he's still
He's
got a
a little
little
busy.
time.
I know he's overseeing the elves, but I have an in. You know I'm personal friends with Santa.
He loves
right?
Nellie. What can you say?
Yeah, there you go.
He said
Exactly.
he's always said a lump of coal for Nellie, but presents for Allison.
There you go.
You can you can learn more about our event at littlehouseontheprairiecastreunions.com. And
Go
we
to the
hope
show
see you
notes.
there.
Everything's going to be in the show
check
notes.
it out in the
and
show
our
notes.
socials and
Let's
all that
get
good
into
stuff.
this.
Let's get to
Do it, do it, do it.
Okay,
What are we doing?
okay. Y'all, this is a doozy of an episode. I kind of love it. Here we go. Coming up today, the food gets faster in Walnut Grove, but does it get better? That's the pressing question we are going to attempt to answer today on the Little House 50 podcast. That's right. Produced by Prairie Partners and UBN Go. Welcome. You're at the Little House 50th Anniversary podcast, y'all. Dean.
Yes, today's
Give it to
episode.
us.
Yes, season 8, episode 10, Wave of the Future. Wave of the Future premiered on December 7th, 1981,
We're
written
in the
by
80s.
Jerry Taylor. Yes, Pearl Harbor Day. Written by Jerry
right.
Taylor and directed by Maury Dexter.
Maury!
Yeah,
Do
Maury.
we love
Allison,
Maury?
He was like AD. He was like second
He
AD.
was the first AD. He was a second. No, he was a first. He was never the second.
When
he
you were
was
there.
the
I thought
first.
you
He was
said
a first.
first.
We had rotating.
Oh, that's
first.
right. Reed Rummage. Remember Reed Rummage? Oh, poor Reed
Yes.
Rummage.
Yeah, yeah.
Poor
No,
Reed. We
and
were so
Reed, now
mean.
Reed was a second.
Yeah. He had the thankless job.
Oh,
of
I think that's
being-
second ADs is the hardest
second AD.
job. Yeah, the second
Yeah,
AD
you
is that
stand
bridge
there-
between the cast and production, and one of the hardest jobs on any set.
stand around.
Yeah,
Yell to people all day. Hey, walkie-talkie and clipboard. You're late. This, where is the curve? When your hair was supposed to be in first day, your hair's supposed
well,
to be.
they're the ultimate negotiator. They are that bridge, and they are. I think the people who take on that job are psychologically have to be so sound and so calm and together. It's sort of like being working on a submarine or something. I mean, you've got to be so
Yeah.
stable emotionally to do that job.
You-
Because
there's
There's
a
a
it's-
certain-
babysitter and home monitor.
Yeah, there's a
monitor,
certain
babysitter.
position you must have to do certain jobs. Yes.
Yeah.
If the actor goes missing, the actor doesn't come back for lunch, the actor anything, they go, "Where's the actor?"
They're on it.
They,
Yeah,
they're it.
exactly,
And so they're
exactly.
constantly going, that, where,
But Maury was never a second. Let's talk about Wave of the Future. Allison, what's Wave of the
Synopsis,
Future
let's
about?
go.
Wave of the Future. Wave of it. Maury Dexter was the bomb. We love freaking Maury Dexter. Maury Dexter was awesome with a little neck scarf. Well, this episode, a Catherine McGregor epic.
Oh my God.
Walnut
Tour de
Grove
force.
is seduced by the modern dining when slick talking Major Guffey. Yes, it's from Disney, Mr. Laurie Main, hustling with a smile. He was narrated Pooh Corner and then Winnie the Pooh. This is the guy. He arrives to sell Harriett Oleson on the glory of franchising. Seriously. And his
Oh,
cutting
boy.
edge eater, it's Mrs. Sullivan's offering a futuristic menu of chicken fried steak, pan-fried steak. It was pan-fried steak, beef stew, and roasted chicken. That's it. Progress in 3 flavors. Progress 3 flavors. Only 3 things. Now, Harriet, dazed by the dollar signs, of course, dives head first into the restaurant business, only discovered that fast food is still work. Which means, yes, Carolyn Ingalls to the rescue. Carolyn and Hester Sue. Poor
Of
Hester
course.
Sue in this episode.
Yeah.
They end up chained to the kitchen, sweating over endless pots of stew, while Harriet practices being Walnut Grove's answer to Ray Kroc. Yes, he thinks he scored. He thinks he has it. It's a disaster. Shockaroo. Back at the Ingalls homestead, Carolyn's absence leaves the family at the mercy of Pa's cooking. And even worse, Albert's cooking and little James's cooking. This is all bad.
I know, because we're in the
Spoiler,
James and
it's bad.
Cassandra and
Really
Nancy
bad.
era.
Yes,
Culinary
that's right.
crime against humanity bad. And it's only worse than Albert cooks. The wave of the future, oh my God, in the end, well, Mrs. Sullivan's collapses, orders restored through when Nels and Charles open Olson's. Charles actually saves Mrs. Olson's hide.
Yes.
Charles rescues Mrs. Olson in this episode. It's so crazy. The wave of the future looks shiny, but nothing beats the honest comfort of home and home-cooked meals.
Well, let's face it, though. He saves Mrs. Olson just so that he can get his wife home
So
to
he can
cook
get
for
his
him.
turkey and his pie.
Yeah. Well, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Basically, everybody's so sick of it. They're like, we'll do
Yes.
anything. We'll do anything to get out of it. Yes.
Now, I know you both have weird issues with this episode. I have to tell you, I have always really loved this episode.
So tell us why you really love this episode.
Why? It's really dumb.
Well, you know, when you're a kid and you're like, you get the references, right? And whenever there's like a modern, like they drop in some modern stuff into the Prairie, it's like, oh, I get it. I get the joke. I get the reference. I get it. This
You
is
liked
really cool.
all that because we were calling this a big jump the shark episode.
No, we love it. I loved it. I loved it. And then before I rewatched it, I
Yeah.
thought, well, maybe I really liked it because I was a kid and it was fun because I was a kid. And then when I rewatched it yesterday, I was like, no, I really enjoy
Really
this
like
episode.
this.
It's
Yeah,
it's funny. It's again classic Mrs. Olson doing her brilliance. Like you can't go wrong when it's a Mrs. Olson centric episode. And I don't know. I just think it's fun. It's not deep. There's nothing deep happening.
No,
But
no.
sometimes we need a break
lessons.
on the Prairie from the drama.
Sure. I mean,
And Pa has, there's two, yes, this is why we want to marry Pa moments. There's two Pa, hottest guy in the Prairie, twice.
Okay.
2 moments we go.
so for me, it starts off with the drunk spokeswoman who's going to be
Yes.
in the picture. And there is this wordplay scene that she does about it's
High
written-
comedy.
Rum Baba!
It's just the rum. I prefer without. I love the rum baba without the baba. Yeah. I mean, it's
That
all
woman-
of that. I just found myself enormously annoyed by this coming right off the top.
Oh,
It's
but
comedy.
I love that scene.
It's comedy with a K. Don't
Yes,
get twisted.
yes.
It's comedy with a
Okay.
K.
It's right
And you
up-
just
they
have to
let
go
you
with
know.
it. Listen, they let they let you know right up front. This is a comedic
Yes,
episode.
yes,
Don't
yes.
sweat it. Just go along for the ride. This is going to
Yes.
be a fun
It's going
one.
to be about con artistry,
Yep.
and it's going to be goofy. And that woman is Margaret Wheeler, and her IMDb is 8,000 pages long. As you might guess, she's in everything in the world, and she
Yes.
worked all the way up into the 1990s.
Wow.
Really, right up until her passing
Wow.
at age 92. And you
That's
look, and I'm
something.
looking like, oh, she died in 92. Wait, this is what year is? Did this woman work up to like the
81.
day
This was
before?
81,
Did she just
yeah.
like died with her boots on? This girl,
Wow.
and she's hysterical. She was also in a there it is, a crazy movie that I loved 100 years ago in the 70s. Do Not Fold, Spindle, or Mutilate. Have you remember this movie?
No, I
It was an
don't.
early comedy about computers when it was all
Oh,
cards.
wow.
Do Not Fold,
Ooh.
Spindle, Mutilate.
Okay.
And it's about a bunch of
future.
crazy old ladies who start a dating service, a computer dating service. And they make up, they're catfishing before there was catfishing. They create a mythical perfect girl, and the computer cards, you'll flip them.
Oh,
But
wow.
the twist, the dark twist, because it's the 70s, is their perfect girl attracts a guy who is a serial killer and is dangerous. And now what do these old ladies do? So it's old ladies catfishing, draw a serial killer. And she's in that. She's in Do Not Fall Spindle. This woman is in everything. And she's brilliant and plays crazy, drunken, fake. She's the Aunt Jemima, the
Yeah.
the Betty Crocker, the fake,
Right.
the
Right.
fake,
No,
fake
in this, yes,
spokesperson.
Right.
absolutely.
Fake
She is the
spokesperson.
face. She
Okay,
is the
so
face
Dean
of
is
the brand.
Dean is immediately irritated. I'm just
Turn
going,
off.
okay, it's a comedy with a K episode.
Rum
Giddy up,
Baba,
let's go.
please.
Allison, how did you feel when this episode started? Were you like,
Well,
oh no?
my first reaction is, well, I'm not there anymore because I've left to go.
I
dinner
know,
and-
it's
and-
season 8,
I'm
baby.
busy being a hooker in Fantasy Island thing. I'm off doing the Love Boat. I'm like, what? I'm gone. I've bailed. And haven't come back for my visit in season 9. This
Right.
is season 8. It's just like la 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 la.
Right,
Hey,
right,
Nancy,
right.
kid, love you. You're on your
Yep.
own. You do it. Go
God,
girl.
she's so good.
She
Nancy's
stole
good.
my.
You hate
bad
me. You
piano
hate
player.
me.
She did the bad piano playing bit that was
Yes.
funny.
Yeah.
I was like,
I
I guess
know.
it's yours now. She's wearing my wig. I'm a little miffed she's wearing my wig. She did take the wig. Very odd, but I did think, especially the famous ending, wah, wah, wah. I went, really? 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 We're going to jump a shark that hard. So I thought it was dumb. Now, having watched it, Catherine is so
Brilliant.
brilliant in this. And like I said, there's some Charles moments. I went, okay, this is a way better
Brilliant.
episode than I thought.
It
There's a
is.
couple of things where Caroline does a couple things where I went, no, out of character.
Well, her
Well,
absolute support for
working on
after
Sunday.
Harriet twists her
Sunday.
arm to do this.
That
Sunday.
and
Sunday.
working
Sunday
on
school.
Sunday, not having a
Every time.
problem with
Not
working on
once as a
Sunday.
special. Not once as a special favor. She was working 7 days a week on Sunday. Pa had to tell her it was the Lord's Day. of
Yeah,
rest.
that was the one. I will say that was the one thing in this episode that I
Yes,
was
I
like,
was like,
way.
The 7-day thing.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
got the history of the whole series, her whole
7
thing about never
Her
working
being
on
upset
Sundays.
about Sundays. right.
7 years she has been flipping out on people about, what do you mean you're working on Sunday?
Yeah.
Flipping out. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Can't do that. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
let's take it back.
So
Where
then,
do we
So
even
yeah.
begin?
okay, so right in the
Lori
beginning,
Megan, Lori
okay,
Megan.
I was going to say right in the beginning you have this was the biggest extra call ever on Little House. You have
it was packed.
one restaurant scene after another packed to the
Packed.
brim.
Where
with
are
people.
these people
Place
coming
anyway.
from?
I know exactly. Where are
Where
these
are they
people?
coming from?
Right, but they're not, some of them were regular extras. You've
Yeah.
seen them cross the street.
Of
You've
course.
seen them in the back of church.
There are
They're
more
like-
people in the restaurant than there are in the church on Sunday
the whole time.
mornings.
We have had a lot of people who stayed with us, and I went, oh yeah, I remember there's that guy, and then crew members. There were so many crew members in that restaurant, and crew members who were
That's
was
funny.
rife with electricians.
Oh,
and key
that's
grips and
cool.
children. And so it was everybody got to play. There was all the crew members, families, crew members, and our regular extras. Once again, Little House, that weird family thing.
Yeah.
Even when we call in all the extras, we also just threw the crew at tables and went, off you go. And so, yeah, that was what we would do. So
okay,
I like
so
that.
yes, so we go
Dan
into
McBride. Dan
What?
McBride.
Dan
Dan
McBride,
McBride
classic
is there.
restaurant
Our favorite
dweller,
disgruntled
patron.
customer.
Yes.
is there. The man, Dan the man, and he has a fabulous resume. Look him up on IMDb.
Yeah.
He was in all the way. He was in Loose Shoes. He was in a bunch of weird stuff. He was a weird character actor, and then boom, suddenly shows up in Little House on the Prairie as the guy who gets hit with raw chicken, bread thrown at him,
Yeah.
sort of
Yeah,
burned
no,
at,
he's a
and now he's in this because
nice
he's the
actor.
ultimate disgruntled customer. That was his gig. Nice
Yeah.
guy, still
Yeah.
kicking, living in Burbank. We'll have to,
Yeah.
you know.
Is
moments.
it Dan is a professor, right?
Yes, he's a college professor.
Yeah.
Health sciences. He wrote a
Yeah,
book.
he's a health
He
sciences
wrote
professor, but a
textbook.
really good snarky customer too.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
was
He
perfect.
wrote an actual. He wrote a textbook, an entire textbook, on health
Yeah.
and science and the body. He wrote a whole frickin' a book. Yeah.
Well, he's been to appearances. You've done chicken bits with him, rubber chicken bits
We
with
bring out the
for
rubber
audiences.
chickens
I
when
mean,
he's
it's like
there. It's
you know,
a big
Dan's a
hit.
player. He'll go
Yeah.
along.
He's a right kook, but he's smart as a whip, that man.
Yeah.
His textbook's amazing. I had one of my friends from France said, I want his book. And he said, it's a textbook. I don't care how much. I'll give you any amount of money. I want the damn
Now
text."
that's a fan.
I just
Dear
want it.
That
Lord.
is a fan.
He went, okay,
That's
okay.
a
you
bonnet
want-"
head.
Yeah.
My God. Okay,
Ultimate
so we
bonnet
have
head.
an irrationally packed
Yeah.
restaurant.
Yes.
Who are these people? Where did they come from? Don't know.
Are they
But the
staying?
restaurant's
I
doing
think we
great.
have 5 rooms.
So they're packed, and so let's get it right away. We're going to meet Major Guffey
Yes.
right away. I mean, and Caroline and Hester Sue are overwhelmed, and I think one of the things that Mrs. Oleson, I mean, she's always can be rude, but it's interesting to me that, well, like it's just the first of this for her in this episode, where there's just a complete obtuse lack of awareness about what is going on in the space. I mean, the place is a mob scene, and she's demanding to be served right now. She wants to order right now, and everybody's yelling at Hester Sue for the lemon meringue pie, for the coffee, for the tea, for the whatever it is. it's the rudest group of customers
Yes.
you'll ever see anywhere.
They're
Yeah.
all horrible. It's the 1800s. And the fact that she's already pulled Hester Sue and said, no, I want this. We need to eat that. You need to bring us this because she's like, we don't have any more. She's already asked for special
and
things.
she's
They don't
annoyed
have
that we
it.
don't have
And
any more.
she's
The breaded,
still
it's the
telling
breaded
her-
whitefish, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's the
The
breaded,
breaded
whitefish.
whitefish,
It's
which
like
made me
the
go, ooh,
lunch
farm to
breaded
table,
white-
because clearly someone went fishing
Yeah.
and brought back fish. Yeah, okay, so,
So
all right.
we meet Major Guffey, who is right away, you know, that you're dealing with someone who, as a performer, is operating on a completely different level. This is a guy, I mean,
special
the
billing.
wonderful character guy here. And, I don't know.
He's like out of the old British comedies.
Yeah,
you know,
totally.
He's just been
And
transported.
you look at
to
his
one of the old
resume, that's what he's
1950s
done.
British
That's what he
comedy,
did.
and you're like, yes.
He's
I
great.
know, it's so random that he's like a British general. It's so random.
But
But
And-
again, comedy with a K, we need a
Yeah.
British general in this episode.
Yes,
Stat.
who was the supply officer in the Civil War and some of the Civil War's great battles. Now the timing of that works. I mean,
But that's so funny.
But
Also,
he's
when they're like,
also-
"You were in the war," and he was like,
yeah, and
"Well,
we never
I-
really, yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah.
in the war, but
I fed the
I'd
war.
like to. I'd like
I
to think
fed
that
the
I
war.
helped win the war. I'm like,
But he's so
dude.
full of it. Is he lying about that too? Because he lies.
Yes.
I sort of am inclined to. I was sort of inclined. Now I didn't question that he was telling the truth about that because he clearly
He
knew
would-
what he was talking about.
Right,
Yeah.
and he could have, as a supply person to the army, that's where he
Yes.
learned this. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
he projects.
I think
that
he stole
was,
from them too, because
Oh,
he's
I'm
probably
sure,
terrible.
right.
But they're, yeah. Yeah,
I
But
just want classic
but
line
a
of,
master
"I didn't
of flim
fight
flam.
for-"
No,
Yes.
doesn't mean he didn't know what he was talking about. But this guy was selling all the time.
Yes.
Always
Yes.
be closing. He was ABC.
Always be closing. Yes. Yes.
Oh my God! Straight out of Glengarry, Glen Ross.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
efficiency. Efficiency is
Yes,
the word. and
efficiency
he-
is the word. Less
And-
work, more money.
Yes. Grease is not the word in this case. Efficiency is the word.
Efficiency
Less work,
is the
more
word.
money.
Yeah.
And so he calls it he's selling Mrs. Oleson on the idea of you can change the restaurant so that you only have 3 meals, 3 dishes.
Yes.
Everyone will know exactly what they can get every single time they come here.
Yes.
And
Yes.
this is how it's going to be from now on. This is the
It's the
trend that's
wave
happening.
of
It's
the
It's
future.
the wave
wave
of
of
the
the future.
future.
Yeah,
But you
yeah.
have to buy our dishes and our aprons, and you have
Have
to
table,
put up
ugly
ours behind,
tablecloths.
and you
Yes.
have to pay for the supplies.
It's a scam. It's a scam. Except Mrs. Olsen doesn't read the contract.
That is the greatest
Well,
moment when Nels is like,
Nels,
"Did
the
you
voice of
know?
sanity, throughout here, saying,
Have you read the contract?
shouldn't we talk about
Well,
this?
she's so easily let you say you'll make money or you'll
Yeah.
make more money or you'll
Right.
become rich. She's done. It's over.
Yeah.
Who
Right.
cares
She's in the
about
car.
details?
No,
She's
exactly.
so
Details.
easily
Details.
led.
Have you read the contract? And she says, it's just a formality.
It's just a formality.
It's just a formality. The moral of this whole show is read the contract.
Read the
Refuses to read
contract.
the contract. Even after she signed it, she doesn't like flip through it and go, "Oh, hey, look at the nothing." Nels is reading it.
I mean, look what this is. I mean, what we see in this episode, and we could go through the episode scene by scene, but I don't know that that's really necessary.
I mean,
in the
it's
sense
not that deep.
It's not that deep.
No.
This is franchising 101. I mean, this
Yes.
is building the franchise business with phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. Each one she is less prepared to deal with than the last one
And seemingly
is
shocked.
completely
It's
flipping
worse.
out.
Okay, the chairs. This is how awful they are, and it's kind of also the show is about the horribleness of many chains and fast
Right.
food and
Right.
their cynical attitude. Now we have these stools. Why the stools? There's no back. We don't want them to get comfortable.
Yeah, we don't want them to be comfortable. We
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
turn
yeah.
these tables.
High turnover, and it's like that's horrible.
know-
Wait, restaurants do that. Oh my god.
Also, high turnover for an isolated tiny town.
I know,
in
like,
the middle
where's the
of nowhere. Where are the people coming from?
Train, no, there's no
Well,
train.
But she had to place ads.
Have people in Sleepy Eye found out about this awesome restaurant and they're traveling all day and all night to get there?
To have chicken, to have
Ma's-
pan-fried steak.
To have
When he
Ma's pie.
said, now you're going to be like, oh, what he said, it got very, I don't know, multi-level marketing Amway.
Yes,
We're going to have,
yes.
you're going to be in charge. We're going to open more, and you have to oversee
Find the people.
those. But they'll be your downline because,
I mean,
it'll
Yes,
it is
right.
an
Yes, the
MLM
downline.
pyramid
the
scheme.
multi-level
if we have
marketing
ever-
Amway Herbalife. And it was very culty. She believed, because when Nels said this isn't working, yes, but he's wonderful. It's Mrs. Sullivan. Like,
It
she
is
joined a cult. She had
MLMs.
joined a multi-level
Yes.
marketing cult
Yep.
and had lost her mind.
Yep.
And when he says, we'll open others, and then he says, we'll have these all through Hero Township. Now, I'm sorry, in my 7 years,
Where?
my understanding
How
was
many
that Hero
places in Hero
Township,
Township are there?
was a group of farms and small villages near Walnut Grove. We're talking, what, 300 people max? Hero Township is this big. That's what Walnut Grove was called before. Well,
Yeah.
there's nobody there. There are not 3 restaurants possible.
Well, what we saw here is
is a conundrum.
is a big demonstration of the vortex.
Yes.
Big vortex demonstration. It's like maybe they pulled people out of the vortex to have them
come to the
have them come
restaurant.
to the restaurant.
And we saw everyone. Did you see Ruthie? Ruthie
Yes.
Foster.
Oh, Ruth Foster.
Ruth
Yes.
Foster. Again, look this woman up. Do you remember before, not Spike Jones with a Z, Spike Jones Orchestra way
Yes,
back in the
of
day.
course.
Cocktails for two. Bang, whoop, bing.
My
Dong.
son
She's
used
a-
to. My
a
son
dancer,
Henry
right?
used
She was
to
a
dance.
Spike
with-
Jones
She was
dancer.
a regular on the Spike Jones show.
She was?
And she was there. I have an autographed picture from her years ago in her little skirt with musical notes on it and her cute little outfit with her pistols. She was the girl standing next to when they go cocktails for two. Ding, bing, bang. She'd fire the pistol.
Oh my
She was the
gosh,
hot
I had
chick with
no
the
idea.
pistols in the Spike Jones. She was it. She was the it girl. She was in absolutely tons
Yeah,
of things.
yeah,
and she
yeah.
was
No.
cute, and she was a dancer, and she was hot as all get out. Ruthie Foster was
Ruthie
serious
was really fun. Ruth Foster was a very fun person, and what I always think about Ruthie is that she so appreciated the opportunity to be there. Ruthie was a survivor. She was going to find a way to make a check every day. Ruthie was going
She's a
to
hustler.
ring the cash register
Yeah.
every day, and
She was
and
92.
being that under 5 person, the stand-in,
care.
whatever she needed to do, Ruthie was going to do, and she had a nice life because
Yeah.
of it.
Yeah, she was B team. She was the stand-in for the lighting,
Yeah.
and she was an extra. And then she was Mrs. Foster, the postmistress.
Right.
She
Yes.
was here suddenly as that.
Right.
And then she's in the restaurant, and she danced. And even in her 80s, there was that thing, Follies. Is it down in Palm
Yeah.
Springs, where the elderly women had a whole dance theater and everything? She was in that because she could still.
She could still do
absolutely
it.
get her thing over her head. She also was famous for, you said, ring the cash register. She would take home the food from parties. She had Tupperware in her purse at all times, and when there were
my
really
God.
great leftovers, like, excuse me, and she would, and no shame, other people would be like, "Shh, don't tell me." She brought Tupperware in her purse and would put food in it and did not care who knew, and would take it. And that's when my father would tease me, like, eat like an actor. He'd say, no, don't, are you going to be Ruthie Foster and bring the Tupperware? No, don't let people see it. Darian, Jesus.
my
But yeah, she
God.
did. She didn't care. Ruthie Foster got the Tupperware. She's taking that steak home.
Free food? Are you kidding? Done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we saw all
We-
kinds
we were all
of
there.
familiar faces. I mean, there was the actor Ernie, who's the sort of the deaf man who can't understand anything that anyone is saying. I guess I found that annoying too. I mean, it's just like that, but it is what it is.
Dean,
It serves.
You gotta
a-
roll with it.
I know you got to roll with it. I
roll
know.
with
And the weird old guy who keeps coming back says, "No, I love it," even when it's all gone to hell.
Yeah.
And it's just wonderful.
Well,
He says,
that's
"Oh,
the
yeah,
same.
that's
Isn't it the
him.
same
That's
guy?
the guy.
That's
Yeah.
I'm
Ernie.
hit by the tractor. I haven't
And
been
he
able
hasn't
to
tasted
taste
anything
food."
in 5
Yes.
years.
No idea what anything tastes. He was in a horrible,
funny.
tragic farming
This
accident.
is
and he has
comedy,
no
people.
taste buds.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah,
God.
all right, yeah. So,
Listen,
but
we
it's
can't
really,
have
it
clown
all
rape
comes
every
down
episode.
to read the
Come on.
contract.
We
Read
need
the
a
con-
breather.
Read the contract.
We need a
She's
breather.
a
Listen,
total cultist. When Catherine goes into the trance, because a lot she's doing tip, and then she goes, Mrs. Sullivan, she's really gone, and it's so brilliant, and it just gets like worse and worse, and over again, Nels keeps saying, "But what about the?" She won't read the contract. She won't read the contract.
Yeah, no,
Yep.
exactly. Let's talk about, I mean, and this all happens very quickly. I mean, these things, this character, Major Guffey, it's sort of this classic flim flam where things, now look, she signed the contract.
Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
She signed the contract.
I
So,
think
Yes.
she believes.
but stuff just starts to happen. You know, the box of stuff comes in, and then there's the sign, but she doesn't
she has
want
to
the
pay
sign.
for.
She doesn't realize she's bought the sign.
Yeah.
Green! I can't wear this green apron.
Yeah, I hate this color green. You signed the contract. I just let's talk about
Well, and
Lori
the
Main
evil
for a
part,
minute.
the
I mean,
evil part.
I plugged some things in here. I mean, this guy late in his career in the Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl.
Oh, wow.
Uncredited narration in early promos for
Oh,
the movie. He was in The Return
wow.
to Snowy River in 1988. Time Bandits, The
Bandits.
Great Mouse Detective, where he was the voice of Dr.
Of course
Dawson,
he was.
Basil's loyal companion, a role sometimes, well, compared to Dr. Watson in Sherlock Holmes. In
Narrator
television,
of
Maine was
who?
best
Who?
known to American audience as the avuncular host and narrator of the Disney Channel's Welcome
Winnie
to
the
Pooh
Pooh.
Corner.
Welcome to Pooh Corner.
He just had that. He did have that, and I think he did a lot of narration of audiobooks for Disney in his, in sort of early on in the, in the audiobook realm, the audiobook time. Obviously, the Little House appearance. He appeared on Heart to Heart, Murder She Wrote, the soap opera Santa Barbara. Do you remember
Santa Barbara.
It's
Santa
like
Barbara, for
sort
God's
of a
sake.
fun, fun soap opera NBC did for a period of time. But you look at his IMDb, and there are a lot of credits. This guy had a gift for sort of clever wordplay with dialogue, and he just made it poetry as he's talking
yeah.
about the weary traveler who's tired, and it was he did a
You
wonderful job with all that,
you
and
would
of
be
course
a captain.
Catherine being totally seduced by all of this. She's
You
like
would be a
ready to go.
general in Mrs. Sullivan.
Yes, the
Mrs.
general. I
Sullivan
love
was
that,
proud of you.
yes.
And then when he
Yeah.
drops the bomb, when she tries to get out of it, and he's like, "No, did you not read Article 12, Paragraph 3? You can't leave. You can't quit. Only we. We make all the policy. Well, we don't want to be open Sunday. No, we make all the policy decisions, and you will do this, and you will do this, and you can't say no."
Or we'll sue
Anything.
you for every
Sue you.
penny you've got.
And
He
she's
said,
like, "Mrs. Sullivan," and then when he goes,
Ay.
"There's no Mrs. Sullivan.
Shocking.
It's not real. The country's run by men." He goes, "As it should be. I shouldn't have given a woman the
I was
franchise."
waiting for Pamela to react to that. This is at the very end.
I
No,
know.
there is no Mrs. Sullivan. The company's run entirely by men. I mean, right in your face.
He tells her he shouldn't
Over.
have chosen her because he shouldn't have let a woman run anything.
Yes.
Right out. Right out.
But in every scene in the restaurant, at every stage of this, it is packed. There is never a downtime. Interesting, both Hester Sue and Caroline, I mean, Caroline just is like breezy as she's
know.
doing it. She's a little tired, clearly,
No,
but
but
she's
she's
pretty
fine.
breezy. She's like nothing gets her down. And Hester Sue, I guess she has her one screaming moment when she's
Understandable.
treated badly by people ordering from her.
And the thing about Carolyn being so easy breezy is that anyone who has worked in the food service industry would not feel easy breezy by a packed restaurant, relentlessly packed restaurant, and she's the only cook in the kitchen. Like, no way.
Horrors. Now, here, of course,
No
we get
way.
into the 7 days a week. Oh, no, we're breaking character. Carolyn's working on Sunday. But this leads us to the why she married Pa. The other, I know you said hottest moment on the Prairie. This, I thought, was Pa's
Second,
hottest moment.
I agree.
He gives foot massage.
The foot
agree.
massage.
Foot
Right.
massage. I'm in. Can I marry him? I'll milk the cows. I'll
I
milk the
literally
cows.
have it in my notes. I said, okay, first of all, Pa giving a foot massage? Yes, please. That's literally verbatim.
And he's going all
I
out. He's
know.
really doing a
Yeah.
good job. I was like, fine, I'll wear the dresses, I'll milk the cows and make biscuits. I guess I will. Foot massage. There's a foot massage involved in this story? Who knew?
Okay. So
Yeah. No,
this
that-
was phase 1, correct, of the franchise?
Yes.
It's
Then
worse and worse.
what
Let's see,
happens? What
where-
the heck
so-
happens
Well,
next?
They fight back.
Isn't phase 2 the advertising where they've got to do paid advertising in a 50-mile radius?
50-mile radius. That's a
50
farm
mile
over-
radius.
And there's
A
a do you know how
farm
far
here.
apart these farms?
Yeah.
So 50
Farm
miles.
there.
There's a farm. There's nobody. And in
Oh,
what?
no, I'm sorry. Phase 2 is breakfast through supper.
Oh, right.
Yes.
That's what it is. So now
all
we're
day,
open.
all
Phase
day.
2 breakfast
All day.
through supper.
And there's
Yes.
only 2 breakfasts.
And
there's
once
still
again,
3
where
meals.
are all these people coming
Yeah,
from?
where
don't
are they
know.
coming from?
breakfast? Who the hell's coming in for breakfast? They got
No
4
one's
more
coming in
people
for
morning.
breakfast.
Yeah.
And then,
But
but
it's
then
packed.
Nels has had it, and he's coming. And then Charles, who is wigging out because Ma's never home, and it's really hard on them, and she's sad, and he's trying to help her. She's miserable, but also he and the kids are cooking, and they suck at it. He comes up with a plan that, yes, to help Nels,
Very
but
smart.
to actually technically save Mrs. Olson from her own stupidity.
Well, no, but before
that-
wait a minute. There's
All
a
right.
big before that.
There
with
is
the-
a big
so
before
It
that.
gets worse. It gets
Yeah.
so much worse. It gets so much worse.
This is one of those things. Now, this is interesting. Again, Michael's serving a story.
Yes.
But this is sort of in that same category for me as the decision to blow up Walnut Grove when you can't work it out. It's there's a
Very drastic.
so he is doing a thing where he is the father. He's got these children at home, and anybody who complains about the food is going to cook the next night. And what does Pa do? He sets out to make the most unedible food he
Sabotage.
can think about.
That's right. Sabotage.
Weaponized incompetence. This is called weaponized incompetence. And there's people who do this. There are husbands who go, "Oh, honey, I did the dishes. I broke 4 of them." Weaponized incompetence. Do it so bad.
I
that-
have a cousin who could never
Yes.
make a bed because he just didn't want to make the bed, and so he made the bed badly,
And they never made him do it again.
and they never made him fix it. That is
Smart.
really annoying to me.
Yes.
It's evil. It's
Yes.
so bad. It is a bad thing. Weaponized incompetence.
No, I get why
feel
it's
like it's
funny.
so bad.
It's again comedy with the K.
Comedy with the K.
It's a funny moment,
burn,
but there's
chopped
also a
little-
message there. There's a kind of a message there that's like that. If you don't want to do something, just make it so awful for people that they won't ask you to do it again.
Bad.
Instead of getting better, make it worse.
And of course, the kids know that this is the test, so they say that they love it, but really they're
right,
just they're
exactly.
pocketing
They
the
don't want to
food.
cook, so they're putting
losing
food in their
weight
pockets.
Yes, they're losing weight at a drastic rate.
Mashed
because no one's
potatoes in the
eating.
pocket.
That was funny to me. And I love it when
tomato.
That was comedy with the K.
Michael's reaction when I think it was someone asked for seconds, and he's just like
Horrified.
shocked that anyone is asking for
He's
seconds.
funny, man. I'm sorry, but we
No,
gotta
he's
embrace
funny.
these comedic episodes
Funny as
because
hell. Yeah, it's
the
silly.
drama is so intense. I mean, I've
Yes.
talked about this a million times
Yes.
when Hallmark has the week before Christmas, it's the 24/7 Little House on the Prairie, and I had the flu 2 years ago, and so I was in bed and I was like, oh, this is perfect. I'm just gonna watch every single episode, and I wanted to off myself by like day 2. It was so
Because it was
heavy.
one tearjerker
just-
after another.
You had no breathing room between episodes. So it was just like one
Oh.
after the other, and you realize, like, geez, Louise, these are dark, deep episodes.
Yeah.
And so when there is a comedic one, it's just
Yeah.
like, oh, it's a breather. It is such a breather. So anyway, I embrace this episode
Now,
as silly as
okay.
it is.
As it is.
And
As
interesting. I mean, this is written by Jerry Taylor, and I think Jerry Taylor wrote several episodes for us. But this feels, in those kinds of moments with that humor, that feels extensively rewritten by Michael. I mean,
Sure.
that is
Yeah.
his humor.
That humor.
That's
Mashed potatoes in
totally
the
his humor.
pockets. I vote Michael went for mashed
Yeah.
potatoes
Also,
in the
might
pockets.
we add the dinner that Pa's made has
he making?
asparagus,
Asparagus,
mushrooms,
tomatoes,
and
mushrooms, and they hate it.
Delish. What? They've never had a vegetable before? Like, what are
No.
they feeding these kids? That this is the most unappetizing meal that they've ever had. Something is wrong in
baby
this
grease.
household.
Infamous baby grace of the pepper and the oatmeal.
Oh,
They never
yeah.
eat
Yes.
anything from Pa. In this one, as soon as he comes near, she just goes,
Yeah.
and it's like, it's really great. He's practically a baby, and she goes,
So-
nah. It's like,
Yeah, no, it's
kids have never
it
had
is
a
an
fresh vegetable
interesting thing,
before.
and of course, what it gets him to, what it gets him to is a decision. I mean, we should take a little
Take a break, and then we'll
Yeah, we
finish.
should take a
We'll
little
wrap this up
Conclusion.
because there's a doozy that happens next. Okay, we'll be right back.
When you visit Simi Valley, California, you're stepping into the pages of history. Go from the pioneers to the presidents. Explore beautiful wildflowers, hike through iconic Hollywood locations, and end your day aboard the actual Air Force One at the Ronald Reagan Presidential Library and Museum. Throughout the summer, take the Little House 50th Anniversary Tour at Big Sky Movie Ranch. Less than 15 minutes from Los Angeles and 30 minutes from Universal Studios, Simi Valley has small-town charm with big-time history. Go to visitsimivalley.com for more information. We are so grateful to visitsimivalley.com for their commitment to presenting the Little House 50th Anniversary podcast.
Okay, we're back. We're already talking about this. Mr. Pooh
We're cracking up.
and Harriet. All right.
You know,
Mr. Pooh and her, it's just like, oh God.
before we broke, we didn't talk about the scene where things are all coming off the rails, and Caroline has decided that it's just too much.
Yes.
It's just too much.
Correct.
And we watch Mrs. Oleson grovel in a in a wonderful, just like desperate groveling style. And what she does in this, which is so out of care, although it touches Caroline's goodness.
Yes. She feels bad.
But she is, in other circumstances, you just know that wouldn't mind seeing Mrs. Oleson get what's coming to her, but she can't bear to see Mrs. Oleson lose everything if
Yes.
this doesn't go well. And that's
Yes.
that becomes the yin and the yang, or it eliminates that yang and opens the door for Pa and Nels to have to do something
And
to
Catherine
fix
goes
this.
through the whole gamut. She says, I'll pay you more. It's the money. It's the money. No, it's okay.
I know.
Okay.
When
Do this,
she's
I'll do
offering
that.
more money, you know something has gone terribly
It does-
wrong.
And it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And she
She'll
breaks
give her
down.
a
and at one point-
percentage at a
I'll give you
certain
a piece of the action, and and then she cries. And at one point, she totally does my Nelly fake cry when I need a horse, and she just does the and lays it on, and then it works. She heartstrings, and she just breaks down, cries, and Carolyn does.
You know,
I can't watch.
This is sad because this
I
reminded
can't
me
do it.
of something that happened to me, sort of in reverse of what happened in this scene, which was I was working at a bar, bar/restaurant in a hotel. I was in my 20s, and they fired me. And I was so distraught because it was very unfair. It was a very unfair firing. And I was so distraught that they brought me into a separate, whoever the head managers were, they brought me into a room. They told me they were firing me. And I cried so hard, like inconsolably hard, like the ugly cry, where you can't even control it cry, that they were so shocked by it that they sort of left the room, left me alone for a minute or so, and then they came back and they said, never mind. You're not fired. It's fine. Just stay, because I was so upset about it.
I mean, I guess they would look at that and say, anybody who wants this job that badly is that devastated. We need to keep this person around.
Oh my God.
I mean, something's so terribly wrong. This is going to be a lawsuit. She's starving.
I mean, they were so shocked, and I was shocked by my reaction. The whole thing was just so shocking. P.S. It ended really terribly. But anyway, we waited. It was not a job worth keeping. But anyway, this just reminded me of that in the.
And it works sometimes.
It worked. Also, here, what happens next?
So
Carolyn-
all right, so Pa's cooking and it smells
Terrible.
awful. I mean, it's so terrible he
asparagus.
can't even put it in his mouth.
No.
He won't.
It's so bad.
Yes.
He takes the kids to the damn restaurant, and then that sabotage. He lets them run loose. And when did James and Albert and little Cassandra become brats? 'Cause
Become
they were full of
animals.
brats, and the rest of them
Yes.
were wild.
Well, no, I love the scene when this. Okay, so this follows right on Pa's cooking and it's terrible, and then Ma comes home and she's exhausted, and Pa's dreaming about the meal that she's going to make for him, the turkey and with all the trimmings, and not just one pie but two pies, and she's out.
Yeah.
She's she's gone. She can't. I mean, she'd love to do it for him. She just can't keep her eyes open.
No.
And that's what I like at Thanksgiving. I roast turkey, cranberry sauce, and 2 pies, pumpkin and mince. Lady Harriet made the best mince pie.
There you
Just
go.
saying.
And the story moves on the next day with Guffey there in the restaurant congratulating Harriet, ready to move on to phase 3, building franchises and supervising franchises.
Upline,
make her-
upline.
Yep. That's
Get money
it.
from your downline.
Yes.
It's multi-level marketing. You've gone to hell.
And Harriet, at this point, doesn't matter how much more money she's going to make at this point. She is totally flipped out.
Yes.
That she can't, and he whips out the contract
Here's
and tells her that she has to do this. And
Here's one of
he
my
wants 2
favorite-
names by next week.
I mean,
And
that
you-
is
what if I don't want to do
multi-level
any? What if I do
marketing.
any? Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah.
Getting two
Yeah.
getting 2 people, that is totally yes, that is it. Don't fall for it, people.
In the
It's
middle
a scam.
of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere. Here's my favorite part. They're home. Mrs. Harriet is exhausted and she's complaining and whining to Nels, like, I'm just too tired. Can you please go over to the restaurant and help,
No.
please? And he's like, no, no, no. And
no.
and he starts storming out and she goes, Nels, where are you going? And he goes, insane.
Insane.
I'm going
I'm
insane.
insane. Yeah.
Nels right away. Nels goes on strike early. Nels goes, no, this you got it yourself into this.
Yep.
I'm not playing this one. I'm out. I'm out.
Such
Yay,
a
Nels.
good line.
Well,
Such a good line.
He's been the one voice of sanity
tried.
throughout this whole thing.
He's
And-
tried desperately.
Well, and then what's so funny is that he goes, no, insane, I'm going insane. He leaves, and then she storms off to go to the restaurant, and as she's storming off, she says, I've never seen someone so lazy before about him.
Yes.
So
Yes.
stupid.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's so awful. But
Okay.
then the solution, Charles has a plan. And
Yes,
Nels
exactly.
has a
And the
they're
plan
getting
is- the plan is
because
going into the
Nels
works.
has always been a good cook. That's something
is
was not a
true.
great
That is
character.
true.
That has been established in other episodes.
True.
Nels is a
He's the cook.
fabulous cook.
Yes.
And so roast turkey, and there's that turkey. There's roast turkey, the cranberry sauce.
Okay.
He's doing it. And boy, the prop men were in full, absolutely
Oh
top
my God.
form that day.
Here
It
was-
So
fabulous
much food.
cooking, for
Here
sure.
was the one line that I was like, wah, wah, wah.
Okay.
Okay, so Charles says to Nell, are you tired of working all day and cooking all night? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, me too. We're going to do something about it. And I was like, you mean you're going to get your wife to work all day and cook all night for you? But, like, it's just replacing it with the woman back at home. Like, you're not,
Hey, but
the
fuck
only
with
thing
her.
you're doing is making her do it back at home. It's not like we're actually, I don't
She
know.
doesn't have to cook 3 different things. And there's
Yeah,
not 22 people.
sure,
so-
sure. It's just
That's
my
slightly
woman can
better.
be at home doing that for me. That's
Yeah,
the
it's a-
difference.
It's a little selfish. It's a bit.
There was a similar.
I'll
we
forgive
had
him.
a
He gets her foot
similar
massages.
a similar exchange in the in-laws where we were running the freight business, and
Yes.
you know, it's the lie about who got to Sleepy Eye first.
Yes.
And,
Yes, the
you know,
big
we
dinner.
both
and
that
the,
you know Almanzo, the impressionable
right.
newlywed says, I mean, but that'd be lying. We can't say that someone that we did at exactly the same time. But what would you prefer, lying or having to make dinner for our wives? I mean, well,
Fate worse than death.
again, I get Michael's humor there, but
And it is
that's
of
sort of
the
a tough
period.
message.
I know, and I'm sure it is of the period. I mean, that's what it was.
Yeah,
back
no, I
then,
get
right?
that
Like,
too. I
Oh,
get
but
that.
they wouldn't have let
but
it go
you-
this far. Then
But you
they would have
hear,
said
no, they wouldn't have. No,
They would have
I mean, Carolyn would never been
Screeching
working
halt
like this.
in the
Yes,
1800s.
She
That
was
is
she was
correct.
working that hard to save Harriet from herself, which is
Yeah.
Right.
really pretty. You know, that does speak to Caroline's enormously strong underlying goodness that
Trying.
she's prepared to sacrifice herself so that Harriet, who has been horrible to her for years,
8 years. Pretty
is not going to
hideous.
lose everything.
Yes,
she
but
feels bad.
Caroline needs a lesson in boundaries. She needs some boundaries. She
Limits.
needs to know
Limits.
how to
Well,
make
and
boundaries.
so then we have the moment where the couple, again, we've never seen before, comes back from their vacation, wherever it is that they were, and he wants lemon meringue pie, and there is no lemon meringue pie.
No, Caroline.
Oh, we'll go to the restaurant across the street.
The street.
What restaurant across the street? What
Yeah.
the hell are you even talking about? And again, how can there be two restaurants? There's 87 people in the whole town.
Yes.
What?
Exactly. And so, she
I know,
goes
too.
across there, welcomed, here's Olson's restaurant. It's like, oh my God.
Carving a turkey.
Yeah.
And
he's
And where did all those people come from? And
Pop
they moved
playing
their furniture.
playing the violin, not playing
not
fiddle.
the fiddle.
Right,
the
He's
he plays
playing
the
violin.
violin. He's
Yeah.
the strolling violinist, badly
Very
again with the fingering, going, "Oh my
sophisticated.
God, Charles
The
and his
worst.
bad violin playing."
The worst.
But okay, that's my house, and I know how much furniture was in that living room and parlor. I'm sorry. We had a huge dining table,
Yeah.
and all that dining room furniture took up the whole room.
Yeah.
And we had massive, large, huge, fancy, like Queen Anne, like teak, blah blah, fancy
Yeah.
cherry wood.
Thank
the
goodness for
dark-
set dressers. Is
huge
all I
Yeah.
can say.
furniture in that room, and it's all gone. They moved it, and when I asked Charles, "Oh, we moved it upstairs." You took it all the way to put where? Willie's bedroom? Where the hell did you put it? Where
the
the hell did you
magic
get the
of
furniture?
television.
Yikes!
Yes,
'Cause I
the
know how
magic
much-
of television.
And
Magic
they
of
have
television.
emptied out the entire mercantile, and now they fold tables. And they also have 1,000,000 extras jammed in the. They have more people than were in the restaurant, and it's only 2.5 rooms.
Yeah.
So
That was
so Harriet's distraught over this betrayal,
And Charles is-
and she doesn't realize that this is
Fiddle,
really
fiddle. Air
going to be
fiddle.
a good
fiddle.
thing. And then
And
Charles
Nels
magically
really-
comes up with a copy of the contract and shares it with Caroline, who reads, which he doesn't play this open.
No.
It's the clause. It's,
Yep.
paragraph something, clause 12, paragraph whatever, that do you think it'll work? Trust me. And here we go.
Because
And
Pa
Nels is
knows
feeling it. Next
contract
time,
law.
Yes.
He's got ham.
Right.
He's got ham as well as turkey. Right. Charles has found a loophole.
He's
a
found
loophole.
the
A loophole in Mrs. Sullivan's contract, which is, so it's all the receipts. I guess what the loophole is, it's up to them.
Right.
You
That's-
have
that's
to
the
bring in the
loophole.
money. And that's the thing is, if you don't bring in, because that's what you should in the phase 3 more, you clearly have a minimum that you
Yes.
have to hit. She's been raking it in. He's been taking his cut
Yes.
and cleaning up.
Yes.
And and it's what's kind of funny is we go with it. It's Mrs. Sullivan has all this stuff. It's company. I was like, or is he a con artist? And it's just him with a wagon full of aprons and dishes, and he goes into town and tells them
Right.
this bullshit story and takes his cut from their money and leaves. I don't know. I don't
don't
know.
know.
Because
We
he's
don't
really
know.
full of it. It could be anything. But the deal is you hit a certain minimum or they're going to dump you.
Right.
Because they're in, you got to bring it in. You're having more restaurants.
Yeah.
So they're not going to keep a restaurant line if you don't, over so many days, keep your minimum. If you stop hitting your minimum, you're out. And she can't hit her minimum because competition is open across the street.
It's brilliant.
And he tears
Brilliant.
up the contract, and everybody is just. And then
Saved.
one of my favorite Nels and Harriet scenes. I just love this moment. I used it in a piece of bonus content that I made about the show years ago. That moment when Harriet realizes that Nels really did save the day. Oh, Nels, you're wonderful.
Wonderful.
I know. I know. And that it was a lovely moment between the two of them. And I think in so many ways, the only thing that made Harriet redeemable was Nels.
Of course.
Yes.
Be-
They really did love each other.
yeah,
It's
Yeah.
almost
if
like-
he could love this woman, we can forgive her for every obnoxious, appalling thing that she does because he really loves her.
And it was
yeah.
Precedent was set in several episodes. Like we went, why? And one point he go, but I love her. He's told Charles several times, no, but I really do love her. I know she's completely crazy, but I love her. It's been said he loves her.
Yeah.
Why? We're
Yeah.
not quite
I
sure.
know.
He loves
I
her.
know.
Yeah.
So it all goes to Helena Handcart. She's saved weirdly by Charles and Nels in their crazy restaurant, and then when you go, no, we're closing. What do you mean you're closing? We don't have to do it anymore. That was the whole point, silly. It's like what was that? And the guy leaves, and they're like, oh, thank God, get back to Caroline's. Yes, we have bar.
Now she could cook
and
hot food
then-
for me at home, woman.
And then the big moment. So
Then-
who wants to talk about the big moment, which is really the funny?
Allison, you
that's a
talk
funny
about it.
moment.
And there's
Because when we
music, there's
discussed
again-
doing this episode, Allison was like, Colonel Sanders, the Colonel
David
Sanders episode.
David Rose is so cool in this episode. One of the things that when the major tears up the contract, David Rose starts playing taps.
Yes.
And Bob fell off the couch.
Yeah, it's great.
Play taps at this, and hysterical.
snare drum.
And then, we hear the funny music.
Smart.
Something funny's going to happen.
It's smart.
Stagecoach pulls up, and this guy gets out, and immediately the whole audience goes because it's Colonel Sanders.
Yes.
He's got the beard. Do you know what
white
he's
suit.
credited as? They never say he's Colonel Sanders. In the credits, it says bearded man. Bearded man. That's his
I'm
name,
sure that was a
bearded man.
liability issue.
Oh, of
Yes,
course. So they
course.
couldn't have
Oh,
said
God.
that.
Yeah.
KFC was huge by the 80s, absolutely
Yes.
huge. And
It was
he gets
Kentucky
out and
Fried Chicken back
God, he's got the thing. It's like, ha, 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 it's him. And he's like, oh, hello. And she's very nice. But what is going on? Well, I'm starting a chain of restaurants. Yark, yark, yark. And it's brilliant because we're only going to serve one thing. And she's like, wait, one who's bad enough with the three. One, what, fried chicken. Oh, so melted. It goes on about the fabulous fried chicken. And she goes, we just did a chain with 3 meals. It was terrible. You got one thing. People are going to drive all the way out to a restaurant that only serves one thing and fried chicken and that. Ah, ha, 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 ha. Which, ha, ha, we all know.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, wow, like you're really missing out. And then the best part when he says, well, time will tell. Time will tell.
Time will tell.
Tell.
Yeah.
And then David Rose plays the music with chicken voices in it. Music with chicken.
Oh, with the clucking chickens in the track.
Clucking
Yeah, love
chicken
that.
music.
Yeah.
As Colonel Sanders rides away the wagon. And the music then kind of goes, wah, 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 ha, ha. Yes, that was Colonel Sanders. And then Nels was like, what was all that about? Hey, this idiot had an idea of restaurant. There's one thing fried chicken. They go, ha, ha, ha. Who would eat that? Then a whole running gag on, of course, fast food is taking over the world.
Yeah, no,
but it's
of course.
an all well that ends well. And that man, bearded man, don't say Colonel Sanders, bearded man, was a man named John A. Roberts. And as far as anyone knows, this is his one and only acting credit. He was
Oh.
Did a nice job. He did a nice job.
Did he work as a Colonel Sanders impersonator at parties or something?
Could
I
have.
don't know. He showed up, did this, and fell off the earth. I have no idea where this guy is.
Wow. Well, I thought he did a nice job.
He was brilliant.
I thought he did a
Damn
really
well
nice
done.
job.
And again, watching this as a viewer, I loved the Colonel Sanders
You
moment.
thought that was funny
Loved
at the
it.
end.
I thought it was
watched
so
with
funny. It was
toast.
clever. And whenever there's like a modern twist on the Prairie of like a wink wink,
You like that?
loved it.
I
Yeah.
Loved it.
screamed at the
Maybe
television.
people don't like it. I
I
love
saw
it.
it the first time. I threw something at the TV. I was, oh, stop it. Oh, stop. Oh, you're bringing your car. That is the dumbest thing. Woo, jump shark. Oh, my God, how lame. Oh, my God. I thought it was the dumbest thing ever.
That,
And you're telling
I
me,
will
no, it's
assure
great.
you
It's
that
brilliant.
is not the jump the shark moment.
So, I mean, what is the jump the shark moment?
What do you think?
Or there are other
I mean,
moments you're saying in other
There
things
are
in
other
other
episodes that are
Yeah,
like, oh no, like not just irredeemable.
Yeah.
Jump the shark.
Not Blanche the
moments.
orangutan.
This one is redeemed. Surely not Blanche the orangutan. Anything
Yes,
but that.
right. You know,
I mean,
what-
that's a. Oof,
What
that's
what
a
I loved
doozy.
about at the end, and I thought the end was terrific. What I liked is seeing Harriet's humor informed by her experience of having gone through this, this Mrs. Sullivan restaurant 3 meals thing and how hard this was. And to think that, oh my God, it was crushing to do just 3 meals.
Right.
1 meal? You got to be, I mean, that was a reasonable reaction
Totally.
to have. And
She was
the
not wrong.
audience had seen what she lived through, and she was genuinely relieved that she was never going to step into that situation.
She would
because
learn.
she knew.
Wait,
She learned.
Harriet learned
She
an
learned.
actual lesson. Oh
Yeah.
my God, she
There
learned
are a
something.
few episodes where Harriet actually learns and
Yes.
changes.
Yes,
Oh yeah,
this
no,
is-
absolutely.
This is
Okay,
one
so
of
the moral,
Yes, what
is
is the
that
moral?
indeed
read a contract.
Read a contract. Always read the contract. Read the
Read the
fine print.
contract.
No matter what anybody tells you, say, "I just give me a minute. I'm going to read this and read the whole thing." You can read it fast. But read the damn
Yeah,
contract.
and if you don't know
And
what
then-
it means, get someone else to read it who does
then
know.
get
Like
a lawyer.
Pa.
If you
Get
don't know the big
Pa.
words, call the lawyer. And then, yes, fast food is a thing, but it is just as much work to bang out
Right.
fries in a burger
Oh my
as
God.
it is to go make the filet mignon and
Right.
the asparagus. It is still slaving over a hot stove, and you're still going to have to work all day in a kitchen.
Yes. Ta-da!
Ta-da.
That's the happy moral.
Very, very good episode. When you look at it that way, it's a great episode. It's a great episode to look at that. I'm still dying over the chicken music. I want it as a ringtone.
Well, that was a nice cue. Really liked that cue.
Yeah, every now and then that David Rose. puts
Oh
in a
yeah,
little
well, every
zinger.
now and then. I mean, my God, yeah, he was so special. David Rose was so special with what he.
Props to
was
Miss
able
Balson, Allison Balson.
Yes.
At the dinner table, Nels, hey, go answer the door. I'm eating.
Yes, I mean,
She's so good. She is
I
so
was like,
good.
Oh my
now
God.
she did it very much her way. I'm eating. Now I would have gone. I'm eating. But she did. And I'm like, yeah. There's the Nancy. It was lovely, and her playing the
She's
piano.
good.
Well,
She's
she-
good because she was different than you, but it was
Yeah,
all under
totally.
the same
100%,
umbrella.
and intentionally so.
Yes, very much
Yes,
so,
she's
yeah.
a very smart girl.
yeah. Well,
Well, how,
I
are
think
we any
that's-
different from that at the end of this episode than we were when we first started this episode?
I'd be curious to see what people think about the episode as they
I
comment
like it.
on it.
Finger licking
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
And
I think
that
that's
she's just
it.
talking about giving a foot massage. Okay,
Yeah, well,
listen.
That's the highlight moment for you, the two of you. Yeah. I know Catherine
that's-
loves foot massages too.
That's the
yeah.
takeaway from this episode. Husbands, give your wives a foot
Yeah.
massage every now and
Yeah.
then.
You don't have to
I probably
cook
don't do
if
it
you
often
can
enough,
massage
but I
the
do that. I
Good,
do
you're a
give
good
foot
man.
Better than
massages.
cooking.
Yeah.
Good man. Anyway, I think that's it. I mean, what more can we say about this episode, Wave of the Future? All right. Allison's in horror. Dean is taking a much needed sip of water or coffee or whatever it is. And we're going to just end this now.
We're done. We're just done.
It's done. I like this episode, you guys. And, my dog just came in here. Hi, baby. Okay,
Oh,
now
let's-
it's really time to go.
Oh, let's
Everybody-
see a cute pupper.
Thank you for joining us. I loved this episode. I hope you did too. Let us know what you think. We are really interested. Check us out, littlehouse50podcast.com, littlehouse50 podcast on socials. All of our stuff is in the show notes as well. And that's a wrap for today. Bob, get the wig. Let's fly. Just like chickens.
Wait.
It's a quick flight.
Ah!